Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Influencer Interviews and Insights with Rooster Hat and Takes. My name is Matt. I'm here with Jason, aka Hats, and Mr. Takes, Cameron Wood. How you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. Very, very, very cold up here in Michigan for some reason. On spring break, so that's cool. But doing great. How's it going, Cam?
Jason, I feel you. It's cold here in the north of England as well. It is miserable, but yeah, I'm really excited to film our second podcast. Obviously, I was a guest last week, so looking forward to being one of the interviewers and a very exciting guest joining us today.
That's awesome. Yep. Sorry about the cold weather, guys. It's nice and warm down here in Florida. Actually, our guest is also from Florida. We'll get into that here in a few minutes, but I want to take a few seconds here to congratulate our winner of the Next Level Fan Contest heading to WrestleMania, Matt Doherty. Congratulations. That's going to be super exciting. Enjoy your time at Mania. It's night 2 and the Raw afterwards. What an opportunity, right? I'm so proud to be working with Next Level and giving fans the opportunity to enter these contests and have a once in a lifetime opportunity. And we all know, right, guys, that this WrestleMania is going to be crazy. Any initial thoughts before we bring our awesome guest on today? But any initial thoughts and what you're looking forward to this weekend coming up here with WrestleMania? Jason, what do you think?
Oh yeah. Want to say congratulations to Matt. That's super awesome. Very happy for you. I know you're gonna have the time of your life. WrestleMania. Woo! It's heating up. It's almost here. It's gonna be a slobber knocker, that's for sure.
Yeah, congratulations, Matt. Hope you have a good time. For me personally, I'm looking forward to seeing The Rock finally back in action in the ring for the first time in a decade. But yeah, hopefully he hasn't got as much ring rust as some of us are anticipating. But yeah, looking forward to seeing him back in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to be a great weekend. And again, thanks Next Level, for giving him the opportunity. And we're looking forward to seeing some amazing content from there. We have some actually content creators on the app who are going to be there as well. So Legend Killer, the One Mona. So we're going to have some great people. But hey, let's get to our first guest. We're going to bring on JakeTV. Everybody, let's say hi to Jake.
Yo,
how you doing, Jake?
What's good, boys? How we feeling?
Well, we're doing better than they are apparently because of the weather, right?
I was gonna say because I'm in Orlando, so y'all complain about the cold. I see outside, it's nice, shiny. I got palm trees in my yard. Like we're looking good right now.
Don't even start.
I just had to sit out front. Also, want to congratulate Matt too for the giveaway. That's awesome. It's gonna be really cool for you, man. Gonna see really cool for Roman Reigns beating Cody live again. It's gonna be sick.
No, not happening. Not happening.
What a way to end Raw last night. I mean, goodness gracious, what a beat down Seth and Cody took.
Wild.
I'm surprised Cody's gonna make it to WrestleMania. I mean, holy cow. His back has got to have so hurting. I mean, holy cow. How many times did he get beat with the belt this week and last week?
I lost count. I mean, I enjoyed every second of it, but I lost count personally.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of Cody Rhodes, but I did enjoy the segment. I think all fans alike can agree that it was a very entertaining segment. And I'm not really a fan of Seth Rollins, that walking clown emoji, as The Rock calls him. So I was pretty pleased to see him get whipped. I really was.
Jeez, take it easy over there, Takes. My goodness.
I'm right with
Takes. I was flinching every time they got hit, but awesome. All right. Well, hey, we got WrestleMania coming up here this weekend. We're super excited about that. We'll definitely talk a little bit about that today. But hey, our focus is on you today, Jake. So again, welcome to the show. So you say you're from the Orlando area, right? You've been in Florida your whole life. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So originally I'm from New Jersey. I live, breathe New Jersey. That's me. I scream the New Jersey native. From the Jersey Shore. I lived there for 21. I actually moved right when I turned 21, which sucks. because like that's what I was looking forward to, watching like the Jersey Shore my whole life and all that cool stuff. Hence why I'm the Giants fan I am. I was season ticket holder my whole entire life through my grandparents and stuff like that. So we moved here 4 years ago. It will be in July. 4. So I'll be 26. No, 5. It'll be 5 years in July. It's kind of wild to say out loud.
Flies. It absolutely flies. That's for sure.
Yeah,
So
we moved like peak COVID. We moved down here, and COVID didn't exist in Florida. I'd learned, so I didn't even live through the pandemic.
that is a fact. Not much
We're our own little
shut
world
down here.
That's why everything like
Yes.
went up in price, because we didn't have COVID down here. So it's like, oh, Florida's not doing anything. Everyone just flew down here, now lives here, and now taxes are high to live at a simple 2-bed like apartment. It's very high price for no reason. They ruined it. I was one of the snowbirds though, so I kind of helped ruin it, but it's okay.
So you're one of the snowbirds, huh? So,
Yeah, definitely.
awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the content you create and what you enjoy about it. So tell us a little bit about, what your main focus is on when you're creating content and the type of content that you're creating.
So my biggest content I ever made in my life was when I wrestled for GTS Wrestling. A lot know him as Grimm's Toy Show, Silly Super Pop. I was just, ever since I was younger, like my whole family's like, he's going to be an entertainer. Like he's funny. It's just like, he very outgoing. We've had conversations in the past before, just private calls. I can talk to a wall. Like I'm very like, if I can distract you for 5 minutes away from real life, that's my goal. It's, cause depression's real. Social anxiety is real. If you can go and turn on, because I'm on Twitch mainly, or even TikTok for 5 minutes when I make a video, me reacting to Roman Reigns freaking out usually. But no, it's funny because I originally blew up on TikTok. I did like these music videos and like these best and worst and trash. It was horrible, but it blew up and it worked. So it's a lot of the dumb stuff that blows up on TikTok, sadly. But the wrestling creators are taking over finally. So I started making wrestling content, and I guess per se, I like giving my knowledge out to people because I've been in the wrestling business. Because Jersey All Pro, my dad, one of the Fat Frank Idave, you guys can look him up. Anybody that's watching or anybody at home, known as one of the greatest indie promoters of all time. So I was kind of raised in the business. That's why I'm the biggest Kenny Omega fan, because he's one of the first guys I ever watched because he wrestled for my dad. So yeah, I was ever since then, like since I remember. I'm just very knowledgeable of the business, obviously wrestling for 4 years, 3 to 4 years, and just knowing WWE inside and out. But yeah, my biggest thing is entertainment. I love entertaining people. I love making people smile. I love my community more than anything in the world. They treat me so well. I should not be doing this for a living with such little following I have, but I can because of my people. So shout out to them. But that's my biggest thing is if I can put a smile on your face, or if I could piss you off, which is also good, I'm doing my job.
That's awesome, man. So I got to ask you, when you were wrestling, what was your wrestling name and what was your entrance theme song?
Okay, so my entrance theme song. So working for Grimm's Toy Show, obviously on YouTube. So you had a copyrighted, non-copyrighted song, and I had like a football gimmick. So I had a really bad marching band theme song. Don't know what it's called. It's like Parade of the March or something like that. It was horrible. I was like, dude, can I please change it? Like, it's so bad. Like, you wouldn't hear it. It's on the video, like an overlay and all that cool stuff. I was known as Jake Cage. My first ever gimmick was I was the best in New Jersey when I was the most green person alive. So it pissed everyone off because I sucked at first. So yeah, I was the best in New Jersey. Then I moved on to being legendary. Legend, wait for it, Dairy. Stole from a TV show. I wasn't even part of and then the wait for it part really like hooked on. I started teaming up with Jay for a while. We started taking over the indies in New Jersey, and then But my first ever, it was some SoundCloud song. It was a Florida State remix, like because I'll show you guys my helmet that's over there. My high school was very Florida State based. Like we had the song, the arrows, everything. It was very Florida State based. So like when I came out, it was like a remix song of the Florida State song. I know you're gonna hate that. I'm assuming you're a Gators fan.
No,
not a Gators
Irish.
fan?
I'm a Notre Dame fan.
Okay. No,
so
I mean, yeah, either
bad,
way.
trust me.
Either way.
Bad. Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm a USC fan, right? I don't do
Oh,
that.
God.
We just
Good
made everything just
grief.
worse.
That
But
is if I see that, this is worse than the time.
this is dumb. I can't even lie. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Hopefully, because we're leaving the Pac-12, we'll drop this.
Right.
But we'll do that in a second. Yeah, no, it was something like that. And then my friend actually, right before I left, because I didn't know I was leaving. I knew I was leaving for Florida like within a month. So like I started getting like my indie gear down. I wanted new gear. And my friend, like he's a SoundCloud rapper, and I'm like, dude, I need a song that's sick. And his name is Savage Storms, and he made a really cool song of me. So I came out to that for like 3 months, and then I haven't done it since. On the YouTube channel, I went back a year later, still playing my dumbass theme song.
I mean, I gotta say, I didn't understand any of that. Was it American football? I don't even know what you were on about there.
That was college
Yeah,
football.
college
We
football.
fight.
Fair
Long
enough.
story short, we fight for this thing called the Jeweled Shillelagh, and
Right.
USC is kind of yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
Fun.
Well, obviously, you mentioned you used to be a wrestler. Have you got any aspirations of ever getting back in the ring, or have you hung up your boots for good?
I get asked this all the time because when you work for a place like GTS, you can even look like for example, like MJF. He started in GTS. I wasn't there, but he's one of the guys that started in GTS, like first like on screen, I guess per se. Robert Strauss, who was known as Robbie E on the Indie, or is Robert Strauss, whatever his NXT name is, the guy that manages Von Wagner, I think. His name used to be Robbie E on like TNA and all that cool stuff. So when you wrestle for a channel that has 1.3 million subs plus, they're going to remember you forever, especially when, not to blow my own load, but I was one of the best heels to touch that business. You can ask anybody because it is what it
There
is.
you go.
Youngest Grand Slam champion in the company's history, but it's whatever. Cool.
Let's go.
Hey, don't toot your own horn. Please
Hey,
don't
listen.
toot your own
I
horn
just
here.
had
Don't do
to.
it.
I had to put over JK just a little bit. That side of me is. Yeah, I would hope you want to punch me in the face. That's my job. Anyways, but no, so I'm 25 years old. My dad, like I said, he was known, like he's known basically everywhere. Bunch of AEW guys know who he is. When I moved down here initially, apparently AEW had their eyes on me because of, me moving down here, but I was extremely green. This is what I was just told. I don't know if it's true or whatever. So I just started blowing up in New Jersey. So I was wrestling about on the independent circuit. I was probably a year and a half in. Me and my tag partner started getting really hot. Then he retired because of reasonings, and he wrestled on a show the next week that I was on. So like, screw you. But yeah, I might. I need to get back in the gym, get back in that wrestling form, because wrestling, the ring rust is real. When it comes to cardio, and wrestlers tell you like, oh, you can be built out of your mind, but you get blown up in a ring in 5 minutes. There's nothing like cardio besides when you're in ring. There's nothing that can prepare you for ring cardio besides being in the ring. That's why you see so many wrestlers have their own rings. You're like, why don't they just work out? So much different. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you. I get blown up just talking, especially as a heel in the indies. You just get blown on the way to the ring. I'm in the ring. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. And you have to cut a promo. You're like, oh, God. You have to be like, all right, babyface, how many people are in the crowd? How many spots do I have to do? Because if there's only 15 people, I'm going to work the one kid, and all those 14 people are like, who's picking on the kid? Easy heel work. But, I want to get back in the ring. I don't know if I ever will. Like I said, I'm 25, so it's kind of like prime age for wrestlers, around like 30. So I had that, 5 years.
Right.
I turn 26 in July. So like it's kind of, the time's kind of shortening a little bit. But 30 years old, like that's the prime age for wrestlers. That's when like they get signed or they're just turn really good. Like 30 years old, like prime. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Because I don't like the independent circuit down here. So we'll see.
Right.
Well, if you decide to do that, right, we'll be able to hopefully follow that journey on next level of you strapping those boots back on, getting back
absolutely.
in the ring,
and
being the best heel there is out there.
Listen, I was at the time, man. I can do it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's funny how you mentioned the cardio, because that was one of the biggest things that the old school wrestlers complained about the Ultimate Warrior, is that he would just gas himself out before he got to the ring and the match started, because he's blazing speed, and they always hated working with him because of that. And that's ring cardio, I hear, is definitely a huge thing, and
probably the biggest thing, to be fair, because a lot of people don't realize how dangerous it is working with someone that's tired Like even like if you guys watched SmackDown yesterday, the whole Sami Zayn like promo or the gimmick, whatever it was, the Chad Gable,
Right.
like, when you get that tired in a match, because you can. I remember I was on an indie show and a guy attempted a moonsault and he was tired and landed straight on his neck. And I was like, I had to work literally the match after. We literally did a moonsault in that match. It's like, we should probably cut that out because, like, but whatever. Anyways, being tired of a match is scary. But GTS helped me with that because obviously it's all camera, it's all pre-recorded. So if I ever, mess something up, it's like, all right, cut. That's why I think I got so good in front of a camera, because I got like used to that, like, boom. Like, always focus here. Like, this is my audience. Like, there's could be a million, like, this little camera, there could be a million people behind it. You don't know until the video goes out. So that's where it's maybe like camera ready. And then I turned into a live performer. I was okay at first, a little shy, but then I started breaking out of my show. I got more confident and stuff like that.
And I'm sure that just comes with experience, right? Like, more times you walk into that ring, the more confident you get, and your character can really show at that time, I'm sure.
Well, it's really not to interrupt you, but it's really awesome. This came to the top of my head. So I was watching the Rhea Ripley on the Impulsive with Logan Paul. She literally said at first she was really shy because her shoulders are really broad, and she looks like literally like that's not a normal woman. That is a specimen. Like, Rhea Ripley's like insane. You know what I mean? At first, when you're in the locker room with all like first with me, a bigger guy, all these muscular guys putting, the hot stuff. And some people know what that means. It's disgusting, but whatever. Smells awful, but it makes you shine. She even said like she finally got comfortable with her character. And we even seen Rhea develop her, even like a Roman Reigns, like prime example, played a guy he didn't want to play for years, and they gave him finally that heel character that he is, and he's been killing it ever since. So definitely experience helps, but if anybody's aspirating to be a wrestler out there, the best advice I can give you, try to make yourself and your character as much as you can, because if you try to be someone like Austin Theory, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, so Jake, I see you've got that Roman Reigns statue, cardboard cutout, whatever you'd call it, in your background.
Yeah, I pray to it every day.
You've got a Roman Reigns shirt on as well, written it's on a different level. I just got to say, is your hair based off Roman Reigns? I see you got a similar haircut. Is that you style it to look similar to Roman?
So it's not done, but I hope I get it done by Mania. If I put it up in a ponytail, yeah, it looks just like Roman.
Nice. Is he like?
But to be fair, I have obnoxiously long hair when it's dry, as you guys see. So I was like, who has long hair that gets bushy? And I automatically thought Samoa, and I was like, oh my God, Roman Reigns. So I was like, yeah, can you cut my hair like this? And then it's been like that ever since. It works.
That's great. So going back to just the content part of side, and we want to learn a little bit about the influencer side of things. So what's the best piece of advice that you can give to somebody while they're creating their content, especially for people who are up and coming? We're trying to hear it out from everybody, right? And I'm sure advice is going to be similar, but what do you personally believe is, the key to getting yourself off the ground? You say you have your following's not huge, but they're loyal. They love you. So how do you get to that point, right? That's what I think people really care the most about.
So when you first start out, my whole big thing is, like, when I was on Twitch, when I first started, I averaged like 3 to 5 viewers. Turn your view count off, because when you're under your creator dashboard, you turn your view count off. Turn your view count off. Do not look at your viewers, because it doesn't matter. You don't have a partner. Who cares? If you're partner pushing, cool. You have to pay attention to that kind of stuff. Those 1 to 2 people that pop up in your chat, instantly link with them, because I've had people in my chat since day one that still come back. And they don't come back as much because, I've been content creator for 3 years. Everybody gets over that one content creator. You know what I mean? Sadly, it's just how the cookie crumbles. But my biggest thing, you have to be consecutive. I'm saying post, especially if you're a content creator on like a gaming platform, dude, you have so many clips. Like, even like you can watch guys like Jinxie and Queso, how they exploded in literally a year. Sketch, like, what's up, brother? Taking over the world. Because they just have these guys editing for them, pushing out content. TikTok is huge. Next level, becoming huge with that video platform. Get out on those platforms. Instagram, Next Level, TikTok, Snapchat, your friends, if you have to tell your friends, hey, bro, just keep me tabbed up so people see me, you have to be consecutive. And never get comfortable because there's always someone better than you out there. That's what I've learned because I got comfortable this past year and my numbers dropped. And the money, I mean, kind of dropped, and then I went back to what I used to do, and then now it's back up. But once you get comfortable, you're screwed. Like, I remember, like, it was around 2023 for exactly like 3 months. I was like, I might need to quit Twitch because I don't know what's going on. It's like, all right, lock in. Start streaming every single day, and don't stream long hours. A lot of people are like, oh, pound out 78-hour streams, part-time streamer. You stream 78 hours every single day, especially if, like, for wrestling creators, you're gonna get bored. Like 2K24, there's only so much you can do. You 4 or 5 hours, okay, I can pound out a show, my GM online, whatever. And plus your energy will be up because you'll get drawn out yourself. You'll be like, wow, I have nothing left. That's why I felt in 2023. I was like, okay, let's spark things up going into 2024. I've been on fire like that ever since. So you have to keep that fire in you. And no matter what, don't look at your numbers until it's your job. You know what I mean? Once you get that first Twitch paycheck, they're like, okay, that should motivate you. Be like, let me get bigger and bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? And then just keep building on top of that. No, my biggest thing, probably everybody will tell you, is consistency. You have to post every day. You have to be live, some sort of schedule, and especially consistency and care about who watches you. Because not to come at anybody, but I've seen content creators I've worked with, or even TikTokers or people on Twitch. Excuse me. They go out and they don't care about their viewers. They don't look at their chat. And they're only, there's only like 25 people in their chat. I try to acknowledge, Jason, you've been in my stream before. I try to acknowledge every single person that types in my chat, even when it's on fire. I try to take note of every single person. Because, like I said before, those 5 minutes, you go and type to that streamer for a distraction. They don't answer. You feel like shit. It's so.
Yeah. So speaking of streaming, you do gaming. What games do you play?
My biggest thing I do is an EFED/Call Federation. I know Takes is kind of diving into that a little bit. We've talked about it. My EFED/Call Federation has been running for this will be 2.5 years. It's called the Cageverse over on Twitter for everybody's even interested before I had in my Twitch streams. But that's my biggest thing. July, I think, is going to be huge because NCAA is coming back. Me personally, waiting for an NCAA. I think everybody.
Oh yeah,
has been waiting 12 years for that game. I do stream Madden here and there, but Madden's in that dead zone, so I don't really stream it as much. I want to get into variety. That's my dream. My dream is to be like Queso, not as big as Queso, big and view count, but the variety streaming I love because you have viewers no matter what. I'm kind of getting to that point, but I want to really get to that point. But no, my biggest thing is my federation. I love it. People from my chat interact with it. So if you guys don't know what EFED is, basically where people in your chat make wrestlers, and it's my show, my titles, my commentary, turn commentary off, all that cool stuff. I'll have an editor that makes like intros for me, cutscenes and all that cool stuff, and stories and all that cool stuff. That is like my own pay-per-views. Like instead of WrestleMania, it's Mooamania, like stupid stuff like that.
That's awesome.
But that's my biggest thing is probably the WWE 2K franchise. That and I just love football. So I guess I kind of play the show right now, currently. A little bit.
Love the show.
But 2K is my, if you're like coming to me or like what am I expecting from Jake, 2K content's like, that's my number one thing.
Yeah, as you mentioned, I've been doing that EFED thing only for about 2 weeks, but I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a great way to sort of make your audience feel involved in it, if you know what I mean. The fact that they're actually on the screen and involved in the matches really does help. But I heard you mention NCAA. I'm an Englishman. What's NCAA? Is that an American football thing again?
It's college football. It's
right.
They haven't come out with it. So NCAA 14 was a gem of a game. People play it to this day. It's modded where it's like updated rosters and stuff. So we've been waiting for an NCAA game for 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know much about American football.
It's like GTA 6 hype for football fans.
Yeah. I don't know much about American football, but I can see in your background NY Giants. Put 2 and 2 together. Is that the New York Giants that you support? I know something.
I'm proud of you.
There you are, Cam. Right. So that's our our goal here is to get Cam caught up on some of the U.S. sports going on over here. We had a little argument last week about football, what actually constitutes as football, and he has his version, we have ours. But the Giants, let's talk about your Giants here for a second, because goodness, I'm a Bears fan, and Jason's a Bears fan, and
I love the Bears this year.
Bears.
Until we find a way to mess this draft up, which
There's no way
we're holding the number.
Hey, we're the Bears. We're the Bears. Trust me.
Right. So I'm hoping that where do you go with Daniel Jones? What do you have an opinion on him? Like, is he done? Is he donezo in New York? Or
so I was one of the New York Giant fans that was a Daniel Jones believer. I thought even Mara came out last year, who's the owner of the Giants, sadly, because Dad rolled him to his grave at least 19 times since giving him the Super Bowl team he did back in the day. We never gave Daniel Jones the help he needed. And I feel like last year or 2 years ago, yes, he threw 15 touchdowns, but people don't understand the fourth quarter comebacks. He didn't turn over the ball, which was huge for Daniel Jones. This past year, I feel like that block field goal against Dallas on primetime just changed the entire season. Like, because we looked good. We moved down the field. Our star left tackle, one of the best left tackles in the league, Andrew Thomas, gets hurt. Saquon gets hurt the following which fuck Saquon. Sorry for my language, not really. But Andrew Thomas gets hurt, your star tackle. And your O-line's already bad as is. Daniel Jones was sacked before the neck injury that came back again. He was sacked 18 times between 2 weeks. That's not okay, no matter who plays quarterback. I could have Patrick Mahomes behind me. And,
that's how I feel as a Bears fan, right? Like, we gave up on Fields. Now we go out and get some great players to surround him. And it's like, see ya, and we give up, a sixth round. We get a sixth round pick for him. Like, I mean, we did him. That's where he wanted to go. We did him a little, but geez, like I wish he could have got, an opportunity to play with some of these guys that we went out and got. And yeah, same thing. Like, he had nothing to work with around him, scrambling for his life. He could do that a little better than Daniel Jones, that's for sure. But
running,
when you're living on your
running,
when you're living on your legs and you're a quarterback, that's not ideal. So I don't think he got much of a fair shake there either. But whatever.
I gave up on DJ against the Seahawks because we were at the goal line. I think it was in the third or fourth quarter. I forgot what it was. And it was like second and goal. Didn't need to force a pass. He stared down. I forgot who it was and threw a pick six. I was like, I'm done. I was like, that's it for me. The injury passed with Jones. He's had 2 neck injuries and just tore his ACL. I hate Tommy DeVito because he played us out of getting a top 3 quarterback in the draft. And all Giants fans were like, oh. I'm like, dude, just set us back 10 years.
I'm so confused. I can't wait until we get an English person on this so we can talk about proper football. Seriously.
Oh, goodness.
This American football.
Listen, it's football, dude. But no, long story
short. This is American handball. Football. God.
But long story short, my dream would be Jaden Daniels. I'm a huge fan of Jaden Daniels or Drake May, either or.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance we trade up to 3 with New England. I don't think it happens, but listen, I'm taking Lego Saquon for Brian Burns. I've been a Brian Burns fan since he was in college, despite it. Him and Kayvon and Dexter Lawrence may be literally the best defensive line in football. So I'll take that for losing Saquon Barkley, who's aging out and just got a huge contract. Go get Xavier McKinney too. Go get paid. The two most replaceable positions in football, safety and running back. Whatever. Cool with it.
Right.
So it just sucks because the Eagles. I knew Saquon was leaving because I'm assuming that was someone's was gonna bring that up. But you should have went to the Texans, bro. Now don't Giants fans want to kill you. So it is what it is.
I didn't understand half of what was just said there.
That's right, Jake. So we'll form you in. Just imagine like who's your favorite like football player on your team?
Probably Mohamed Salah.
Okay, who do you hate? Who do you hate? No, who do you hate most?
What
in the sport? Like team wise?
What team?
The team I hate most is Manchester United.
Okay, so imagine he leaves for Manchester United.
Right? Yeah, which he wouldn't do. But,
all right, I'm just. Imagine that. I didn't think so either. Here we are.
Don't go. So. He wouldn't do that. Well, just wait till he does.
Right. All right, Jake. Well, let's talk about something that Cam can relate to. Besides streaming and making content, what do you like to do outside of work? Like what's some of your hobbies besides, gaming and streaming?
Okay, so a lot of people actually know this that know me personally because my life is very like public. Like my own Instagram is my real name. Like I don't give a shit. I love drinking, love going out, partying, EDM, raver. I'm big party guy, big scene guy. I live in Orlando. Obviously, I have to like Disney. I'm literally an annual pass holder. So yeah, I like going out with my friends, just being social in general. It's so weird. So if I lived in New Jersey, like, I'd be like, oh, I like going play football with my friends, all that cool stuff. I don't know, because I'm older, so like, the whole backyard football thing. So, people you grew up in high school, people I met 4 years ago, it's way different. So actually, speaking of football, I used to play for this league called the A7FL, which is the most popular non-tackling football league out there. I used to do that. But no, I guess my biggest, like, top three would be I just love going out to the bar, club, bar, something with music and women. Love women. Love women.
Hey.
Just like my tribal chief. And The Rock, the way he's talking lately. 2, Disney, and 3, just drinking in general. I like having a good time. Hanging out with my friends, football Sundays, obviously it's always
Sunday
NFL
football,
season,
Sundays.
it's shut down for me. If you want to hang out Sunday, you either come to my house or leave me alone for 8 hours. So I'm either watching Red Zone or I'm screaming at the screen at the Giants. So it's one of the two. So
Jake, I'm the same way, Jake. I got 5 TVs in my man cave, so I got 5 games going on Sunday, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
I have one in my living room, 2 monitors right here, and a TV right up there.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. It's nonstop. Dude. Yep. Saturdays and Sundays are shut down in the fall. That's for sure. What's your favorite park and your favorite ride? Then you got.
Epcot.
Is it
Guardians?
Epcot because you can drink around the world.
Epcot and Guardians. That's easy. Guardians of the Galaxy is the greatest ride in Florida.
Not as good as Hagrid's, Jake.
It's better than Hagrid's. It's better than if you get a bad song, I get it. Because if you get like one way or another, you're like, Hagrid's is cool, but like Guardian. But I'm also a Marvel nerd. So
same here. I love the film. The ride is good, but I just prefer Hagrid's. I prefer Marvel to Harry Potter, but the ride in itself, I really just do love Hagrid's. Except for 3-hour wait. I don't enjoy that.
Listen, I get Lightning Lane, so I pay the $20 just go in and just every time it's not even worth it. I'm like, listen, Guardian. I swear to God, I'm blocked out right now. But I will go to I will give Disney as an annual pass holder. You think you get more? If Disney ever give your pass holders more, pay $350 for that a month. So weekly, I'll go to Epcot just to go. Like I'll go to get on Guardians, it's a virtual queue. That's how famous it is. So like when rides are that big in Disney, it's a whole virtual queue. You can't even get in unless you get the virtual queue. You got to wake up at like 8 a.m. to book it. So I'll get the virtual queue and the Lightning Lane. Lightning Lane's like $17. So I'll give Disney like $50 a week just to go to Guardians 3 times a week. I'm sick. I rode that ride probably like 50 times.
Honestly, I know how you feel with them when them virtual queues. I was here in January in Orlando, and it was Tron. Tron's got a virtual queue as well, so we had to get up at 7 a.m., book that, and then we couldn't ride it till like 4 p.m. and it was still a
That's the most overrated ride at Disney, by the way.
Yeah, Tron's it's too short, isn't it? It's far too short.
I was one of so obviously living in Orlando, I'm friends with a bunch of people that work for Disney. Or friends. I don't even know what the hell you're supposed to call them. Because I'll tell you a quick story, actually, since I mentioned it. I was walking around the parks, and I saw someone playing a princess. Like, she's pretty hot. What's her name? She's like, oh, that's my friend Jasmine. I said, like, Jasmine, the princess. I was like,
right, the princess.
Cool. Who is that? That's my friend Jasmine. So I guess it's a thing at Disney. If anybody the wrong person overhears a Disney cast member saying like their real name and not like in character, even when you're walking around the parks, they get deep shit. So I was like, wow. I was like, your friend Jasmine, and they told me who it was when we got out of the park. Explained the whole thing to me. But he's like, yeah, that's why it pissed me off. So also, I'm in Epcot, obviously intoxicated. I'm like, who's that? You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, oh, that's my friend Jasmine. I'm like, cool. Who's Jasmine? And then that's awesome. Just explained when we got out of the park.
All right. Well, hey, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, Jake. It's been an absolute pleasure. If you want to give yourself a little plug here, tell people where to give you a follow and all that good stuff, take a couple seconds to do that. And again, we'll wrap it up here in a second.
You can follow me pretty much everywhere at JakeTV 72 on Next Level, obviously. Twitch, same thing.
Twitter, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. My main TikTok is JakeTV72. If you want to check out my gaming stuff, it's JakeTV Games. YouTube, same thing. Vice versa. What else I got? Instagram's my real name, DJKDavia. If you want to go check me out over there, also have a Instagram that's JakeTV Clips. Have a lot of stuff under JakeTV. If you look up JakeTV anywhere, you pretty much can find me.
Good stuff. Well, Jake, we appreciate you coming on and taking the time for our podcast. It was awesome. It was a good time. And thank you, man.
Yeah, Jake, as always, appreciate it. Always good to work with you on these sort of things. And in the future, I'm sure we'll have you on again down the line at some point. But yeah, I do appreciate you for coming on.
I appreciate you guys for letting me on. Shout out to Next Level in general. I love the app and the way it's working and how it's growing. Things growing quickly too, which is
really
and
also
cool
on Sunday you're going to see your tribal chief finally lose his undisputed title. That's going to be a immense occasion.
Listen, Cam. Okay, when the fickle of wrestling talk turns on Cody Rhodes in 3 months because I hate baby faces as champions, I'll get Ring of Honor black hair Cody and I win.
Yeah, I probably will turn heel pretty soon, but
I still
I'm
win.
Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to heel Cody.
Listen,
that's awesome.
I have my Roman Reigns reign, and then I get heel Cody, dude.
Yeah.
Well, what else can I ask for?
Drew McIntyre as the world heavyweight champion as well. That is going to be entertaining. In Scotland for Clash at the Castle. That is going to be very, very entertaining.
It's going to be legendary.
I cannot wait to have these conversations after Mania. There's going to be a lot of good conversations for sure. After
I
Mania.
might be in a black hole. I'm not going to lie. I may just take a disappearance for a week. I'm going to get the biggest backlash on social media if Roman Reigns actually does lose. And I think he's going to. And I'm ready for it. Profile pictures are black. Just
try to mentally prepare yourself for it.
It's not going to be a good time.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks so much, Cam, Hats, Jake, so much for being on the show with us today. It was an absolute pleasure. Again, everybody, Next Level is running their new little giveaway. You have a chance to win the WWE 2K24, the WrestleMania edition. There's 2 chances to win that. So make sure you jump onto our Connect link or Jake's Connect link or Takes' Connect link and go register for your chance to win that opportunity. Again, a big thanks. Thanks for joining us here on Influencer Interviews and Insights, and we look forward to seeing you guys down the road. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you guys.
See ya.